Hey guys, welcome to Just Be Creative. I'm your host Joshua, and today we're going to be doing a discussion video today about time travel and about why you shouldn't do it and why you shouldn't alter the past. And this video is going to be about this long. So let's get started on the timer. This video is going to be about this long, so I'm just letting you know that. So I'll turn on the timer. And we're ready to go. So let's get started with today's video, shall we? And first of all, we're going to discuss about the time travel theory and about how it works in most TV shows and movies. Now, in one movie I remember, Terminator, time travel works in one way. You travel back one way to the past. You should change the past to save the future. But here's the theory. When you change the past, you create an alternate future, basically. Basically, let's say you create an alternate future where civil rights never happened, where equal rights never was distributed around the world. You know what could happen? Disaster could happen. In that alternate timeline, everybody didn't have equal rights. People were still treated like dirt, and still treated like slaves. That'd be a horrible future to live in. Seriously, that'd be horrible. Now, another theory is that when you go back in time, you get little notes for yourself. Let's say you know future events about your past, and you know about the mistakes you made, and you should alter them. You shouldn't alter those mistakes. Why? Because they make you who you are. Because they make you a better person in the long run. Now, here's the thing. Time travel is very difficult. I mean, yeah, you could do it for positive reasons, maybe for someone's life, but you could alter someone else's life in the process. So you have to be careful, Like, you can leave little notes and no one will read it, but, nobody won't care. You know what I mean? Anyway, so this video is about time travel, so I want to ask you guys some questions. If you were to go back in time, what would you do to alter your past? Would you alter your past? Would you not alter your past? Or would you get your past the same? If so, answer my question, why? Why would you do that? In my first question. My second question in this video is would you go back in time to a famous event in history? Like, would you go back in time when the Statue of Liberty was first unveiled, when the big event happened, And why would you go back there? And my second question is would you go back to your own day when you were born, I wouldn't, because, the day I was born was basically the day my whole life changed, because the day I was born, I was considered a miracle because I was born early. I was born premature, so, you know how much I weighed? 1 pound, 2 ounces. I know, it was a tiny little thing back then. They had another name for us back in the old days. They were called miracle babies. Females were called miracle babies because it was a miracle we were even alive. Because, so my mom said. So anyway, you shouldn't alter your own past because your past makes you who you are, I mean, yeah, there were good times, there were bad times, but those good times and bad times make you who you are, The bad times make you who you are because you learn from those mistakes, you learn from your past. Well, some people do. I don't know my relatives, but some people do, I guess you could say. So anyway, I want to ask you guys another question. This is a very important question. If you were to go back in time, where would you go to? Like, what event would you visit? Me, I would visit Italy, meet Leonardo da Vinci, meet the guy, talk to the guy. Of course, I was learning Italian, how to speak Italian, and how to speak it properly. Or I would go back in time to when the first grocery store was made and see the grocery store for the first time. People were fascinated by it, that it was really cool. And it was a good tourist attraction for visitors around the world. Or we'll go back down to the first Special Olympics. You know, see the first Special Olympics for handicapped people. And see what it was like back then. So anyway guys, I want to ask you guys another question. And this is not a question in the video. I just want to ask you guys, how was your weekend? You know, how was your week? Because I'm really excited for this week. So you know why? Because the new game is coming out pretty soon. It's coming out tomorrow. It's a new story seasons game called Grand Bazaar. It's really cool. Now I've seen reviews of the game, but I think it's going to be really cool. So anyway guys, according to my timer, we're at 7 minutes. So anyway guys, I want to ask you guys a question. This is a very important question. What's your favorite time in history? You know, what's your favorite time in the world of history? Mine would have to be the Gettysburg Address, given by President, I think his name was Lincoln. The guy with the big hat, I guess you could say. And he was like a very good. He was a very good speechwriter. So you know, he was a very nervous guy. You know, I mean, he had a lot of fun businesses too. So it's good. Of course, half of the people in American history were slave owners. So you know, that's a dark part in their history. So. 6 minutes. So anyway guys, I love history myself. I love learning about history and learning how to do things like that. I used to watch a lot of history documentaries. Like I watched a documentary once about the history of comic books. It was really fascinating. You know, comic books were cheap back then. You could go to a store and get it for 50 cents. 50 cents, can you do that? So anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, because by my timer we're almost out of time. We got 5 minutes left by my timer. I should have started it earlier. But since it goes we got 4 minutes left, so I got some time to explain to you. I now have 90 subscribers. It used to be 91, but someone dropped it, so I now have 90 subscribers now, so I'm pretty proud of that. I'm like, yeah, I'm so happy. You know, I love this job. I love, you know, doing YouTube videos like this. I especially like you guys. You guys are awesome. Seriously, you guys are awesome. And we're at 4 minutes, so since